Hi guys, part 2 of the pound coin. There's your proof pound coin 2116. We're concentrating on the Shamrock this time. As you can see, I marked all this out. You can do this yourself for when you want to judge a coin for what it is. And there it is. You've sort of got to try and flip to and fro. I can't, as I always say, I can't guarantee you that that is a proof coin. All I can say is it's as best as you can get. Unless you know someone who's got a proof £1 coin, then you can look at it yourself for real. So here we go. These coins are, I've kept them in their piles to the original, where we started with the thistle. No, the leek, wasn't it? We started with, sorry. This is the Shamrock. Can all automatically see that there is a difference there. And if we go back to the original, this is bigger than this. So that coin we've just viewed is certainly not what you've just seen from a proof coin. That one is more like it. Large and relatively small. Once your eyes get accustomed to this, it's so easy to pick them out. It really is. There you go. That's wrong. And I'm not going to put them in piles now as to this. I should always keep the piles as of this, the leek, as I did with the weighing as well. The weighing is another criteria from the Royal Mint as to what coins are to be considered a fake. That's gone. It's close. It's close. It's certainly a lot better than what we've been seeing. That one's spot on, I reckon. That one, I think that's really spot on. And that's gone the other way. They're both too big now. There, that's not too bad. Coin number 14's not too bad. You can vote with confidence for yourselves. Bit judging. That one's a good contender for being correct. Actually, fact, I would say that was spot on as well. Cool. Yeah, I mean, look at that to that. It's about right, isn't it? No, it's not. That one's not. No, so that one's not right. That's not big. That's got to be bigger than that. And that's absolutely diabolical. That's a pretty good contender for being a good coin. That's not. That's not. That is. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go along with that. Oops. Now, why has that changed? I've forgotten what one we just did. Yeah, so it was that and 6. I don't know why that's jump round. That's not a bad contender, being correct. Number 5's not, no way. Number 4 is no way because that one's now too small. Actually, in fact, that one's smaller than this one. Ooh. I'm going to say no because they both look the same size. This one should be larger than that. It's close, that one. That's out of order, that one. It's totally out of order. So is that one. Compared to, if you look at that, you compare it to that, it's just not right. No way is that right. So there's 20 coins. And just going to run through that. Because I'm going to take you back to the original. There you go. So yeah, I reckon I was about right. I don't know how many there was that were correct, but what you would do in trying to do this, because what you're doing is finding variations to coin. That's what you're looking for. The criteria on the pound coins, if I remember rightly, it was thistle, the inscription around the outside edge, the reeded edge, I can't remember whether it was a Shamrock or not. I know it's this. I just remember this is one of them. But you can get all the variations, as I say, if you look at there's enough of them for you to get. But it's interesting how these the variations alter with one to the other, to the opposite. Same as as I say, the Queen's head. That's perfect. I mean, you can't say that's not perfect, because it is, because the trunk of the neck's in, and that prong of the crown is in. So that's perfection, and you have that gap, which is also perfection, and you've got the pound sign and the pound figure. But it's amazing the coincidences and differences with all of this as well, you'll find. So all these that I'm showing you are variants of different parts of the coin. Now, whether they coincide as a collective group, I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've ever checked in that manner. Probably not. Only other than the fact, really, that if this is wrong, there should be something wrong over here. If that makes sense to you. If that's not in the correct position, then something's got to be wrong this side. But I've not ever seen it, as I say, on the rows. The only thing I've seen with the rows is slightly swelling leaves. I suspect probably that may be part, but I wouldn't like to say. I mean, basically I've just plumped for the main things that stand out, and that's enough for you. Those three things are enough. And the £1 itself is another, the way it goes in and out, but that should correspond to the trunk of the branch of these. That should. Doesn't have to, I suppose, but it should. The same as the inscription around here. Elizabeth, you will see sometimes so close to the edge, and then you'll see this sometimes so close to the edge. It's all rather haphazard, but wouldn't it be nice to get your coins looking like this? But then of course the Royal Mint wouldn't have anything to sell, would they? Because it'd all be in the change, and that's the whole point of why I'm doing these videos. That's why you're getting crud in your change. Very rare do you get a nice clean coin like this, proof looking. That 20p piece I did not so long ago was a really good example of a nice coin in your change. Really was. But then you could sell that for BU, brilliant uncirculated, because that opens up, as I say, throughout my videos. You will know that brilliant uncirculated is a demon for the Royal Mint, because it can classify what it likes then under BU. Same as I did with Cinderellas and stamps. Even at best, you should get BU in your change. So there you have it. That's that in entirety. Nice short video for you. The next one will be the thistle, as this is really the criteria, the main criteria that they give for a fake coin. And the reason that is because of the detailing. And this here, it's I can't remember in what order this criteria is at, but yeah, this is the thistle is part of it. And then on the other side, obviously, the security feature. They talk about the micro writing is another one, but you try and find a coin that's in circulation that you can read that clearly without magnification or anything else. You've got to have flipping good eyesight, really good eyesight. So, I mean, I don't even know how they get to say that. And this again is what I'm trying to prove to you, that it's all a farce. It's all a farce. Anyway, thanks for looking. Bye-bye.